All right, ready? Take 15.
Sure.
Hi guys, welcome back to SAFby Tammy. I'm Tammy. Joining me today is my son Preston.
Hello.
Today we're going to be making some pumpkin pies for you. I know everybody's at home right now with COVID-19 going on, so we want to give you guys maybe something you could do with your kids at home. So let's get started. So Preston, what do I gotta have the oven on?
425 for 15 minutes, just to start.
Preston, tell me what's the next steps.
Okay, so mix dry ingredients in small bowl, and then beat eggs in large bowl. Stir in pumpkin and dry ingredient mixture. Gradually stir in milk. Okay,
so we've got multiple steps that we're going to be doing today. We're going to start with dry ingredients. So we have two bowls down here, one big one, small one. Obviously, Preston said the dry ingredients are going to go into the small bowl, so we're going to start there. We've also preset out all the ingredients that we need, so that way it makes it easier and faster for us. So let's start with our dry ingredients. What do we have, Preston?
So 3/4 cup, I still don't know how to say this, sugar.
Okay, so that's what this is.
Oh, you already have 3/4 cup.
Okay.
An editor over here.
1/2 teaspoon salt.
So a 1/2 teaspoon salt. And make sure if you're having kids help you that they scoop the salt and they get it leveled, so that way it doesn't make it too off for the flavor. Just like that. And then shake it a little bit and you're good. Okay, what's next?
And then 1 teaspoon ground cinnamon.
1 teaspoon ground cinnamon. Perfect. Cinnamon, I always like to go a little extra on it because I like that extra flavor. Up to you guys. You can change the palette however you want. It's your preference. Also, a nice little tip or trick when you're doing cinnamon, you can have them scoop right into it and then drag across the side of the container and it will make it level for them instead. Okay, what do we have after that, Preston?
Then that was the cinnamon, and then a 1/2 teaspoon ground ginger.
Okay, 1/2 teaspoon ground ginger. And here's another example of how you can scoop into it and level it off. And I'll have Preston come a little bit closer to the camera so that you can see it when he's leveling it off. So if he holds it up, he's just gonna drag it across that lid so it makes it nice and smooth for him. He gets an accurate measurement. Perfect. Okay, what do we have after the ground ginger?
1/4 teaspoon ground cloves.
1/4 teaspoon ground cloves. Maybe.
Maybe. Okay, this must be a new thing. I can't. No, I can't.
Oh, it's brand new. Okay, what do we have after that one?
That was ground cloves, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oven's ready.
Okay, that's all the dry ingredients.
Okay, so with the dry ingredients, he's got them all in there. So I'm just going to let him stir that up real quick before we move to the wet ingredients. Okay. All right, so what do we have for wet ingredients?
Wet ingredients. Of course, the eggs. So it says beat eggs in large bowl.
Okay, what else?
It doesn't say wet ingredients, it just says mix dry ingredients in small bowl, beat eggs in large bowl, stir in pumpkin and dry ingredient mixture, gradually stir in milk.
Okay, so let's let you crack some eggs.
Oh boy. This is my least favorite thing. Okay.
So the trick with cracking eggs when kids are learning is once they grab it like this, like they're holding it like a baseball, and then they're gonna tap it on the edge. Kids have a tendency, they're nervous about breaking it, so just tell them when they're doing it to put a little bit more pressure on it when they go to crack that egg, and it'll help it break the shell and open up for them. Go ahead. That was our way of chuck it. Okay, if you get eggs on you for any reason, make sure you're washing your hands so that you don't transfer it into the ingredients. Just a good habit to get into. Not really going to matter for this one because we're going to bake it, but if you were doing this with other ingredients, you want to just make sure that you're washing your hands.
Oh, you already had it.
I stole the towel from him.
Pokey poke poke.
Okay, and then you can add the pumpkin mixture.
What do I do with this?
Leave it right there.
What? You have a problem.
Nice sound you got going on there.
It said to add the dry ingredient.
Yep, but I would like you to mix the eggs into the pumpkin mix first. Stir, stir. Okay, so I'm going to gradually add in those spices for you. Sound good?
Okay.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
When you're stirring, make sure that you're also scraping off the sides and the bottom so that you're not missing anything. Okay, so Preston, can you confirm over here that it's just 1 can of the condensed milk?
Yeah, 1 can, 1.5 cups, and then parentheses, 1 can or 12 fluid ounces of carnation evaporated milk.
Okay, and is that 12 ounces?
Yes.
I'm using him for my eyes. So this is what we're using, and we're just going to incorporate this into the mixture as he's stirring. This you'll just have to do a little bit slower, otherwise you'll end up with a hot mess. Okay, ready? Like that. That would be that slower function I just mentioned. Okay, while he gets cleaned up, I'm gonna kind of mix this until he's done and ready to go again. Ready? Oh, are we switching?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And you'll see that I'm stirring and kind of flipping it over so that way it kind of mixes together without causing a splatter like what Preston did by accident. Okay.
That's still a lot.
Mom's pretty good.
Yeah, compared to me.
Nope, just a learn thing, that's all. Okay, so I'm going to finish stirring this up. Preston, what do we have to do after this is all mixed together?
After that's all mixed together. So after that's done, so bake in preheated 425-degree Fahrenheit oven for 15 minutes, which we already have that set, and then reduce temperature to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Bake for 30 to 40 minutes or until knife inserted near center comes out clean. Cool on wire rack for 2 hours. Serve immediately or refrigerate.
What kind of a pie pan are we sticking it in?
The best kind, the Oreo kind.
Anthony's choice.
So, for your pie pan, you can use whatever you like. Regular, if you want to make your pie dough or your crust and everything like that, you're more than welcome to. We want to save time, so we decided not to do so. So we actually bought a pre-made one. And Preston and Anthony both prefer an Oreo crust, so that's what we're using today. And what else were you going to say?
I was gonna say, for this pie, it wants 1 unbaked 9-inch, 4-cup volume deep dish pie shell.
9-inch deep dish. I'm not using a deep dish. This works just fine. Okay. Another tip, if you don't want to make your oven a mess, put it on a cookie sheet. It's not really going to affect your cooking time too much. I know a lot of people say that it does. It really doesn't. Okay, do you want to do the pouring or do you want me to?
Yeah. What'll happen is it'll splash in my face again.
Okay, so we're just going to pour it in here. And you'll notice, and let me hold this up for you, you'll notice that it did not take all of the pumpkin pie mixture because I don't have the deep dish, but you're not really losing that much by not having the deep dish. Okay. So pumpkin pie mixture is good. It's in the crust. Any more tips and tricks?
Not that I know. Don't stir fast when doing that, or else you'll splash yourself.
Also, before you put your pumpkin pie in, it's really good to just give it a tap or lift it up and kind of pound it on the counter a little bit. It'll take any of the air bubbles out and just help the pie settle. And I can tell by looking at this, it's just a smidge too overfilled because it's already coming up on the rim of my edges. So easy solution for it before I put it in is I'm just going to take a spoon and just take out a little bit of that mixture. And that will resolve that issue. Also, before we put it in the oven, what do we make, Preston?
Ears.
It just looked like C's.
Anthony says ears. Preston says C's. They're actually the
Smiley
pie.
face.
They're actually the pie crust rims that we're going to put on. If you're using a regular pie crust instead of the Oreo one, you don't want it to burn around the edges. So we can put this in instead. We can put this on it instead and then it won't burn. Okay, so Preston, you said 15 minutes at 425.
Yes.
And then what are we going to do after that?
And then reduce temperature to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Bake for 30 to 40 minutes or until knife inserted near center comes out clean.
Okay, so we're going to put it in the oven, let it bake, reduce the heat, continue letting it bake. When it gets towards the end, you should be able to put a toothpick in the middle of it and pull it out, and it should come out clean. That's how you know that the pumpkin pie is ready to go. You want to try not to have your pumpkin pie crack on the top. That means you've cooked it just a little bit too long, so watch for that also, and that'll help you. So, will we see you later, Preston?
Probably.
Well, hopefully we'll see you later so you can see what the pie looks like.
Bye. Wow, perfect pie. Totally not 2 hours later.
All right, so the pie's done. We're going to do a quick check. So Preston has a toothpick here. I'm going to let him poke the center of the pie. We were looking for it to come out clean with nothing on it. And he'll show you on the camera once he pulls it out so you can see kind of what it looks like.
Sorry, what the camera
So
is.
it came out clean. That means the pie's done. So we're good to go. Thanks, Preston. We did put it on a wire rack so that it can cool for the next 2 hours. The aluminum foil, it's up to you. You can either take it off now or you can wait till the pie cools. Either way, it doesn't matter. And then you're good to go. Any final words there, Preston?
When you test the pie is still edible.
Say, let's eat.
We'll cut it later on when it cools, but I hope you guys enjoyed this little information on how to make a pumpkin pie from scratch.
Okay.
More than welcome to let your kids get involved. We did a great job. High five. We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining SAFby Tammy.
Wow. It's weird seeing the kitchen backwards. Like I'm going left. But that shakes a lot.
Okay, so we're going to do a test to see if we can hear me, and we want to know if we can hear Preston. So say something to us. How was your day at not school today?
At
Do we need
not
a boom
school.
operator?
A boom operator. What?
Okay.
I'm talking.
Oh.
I'm talking technically. You asked me to. be weird. I'm gonna have an awkward entrance.
You want to just walk into the frame when I start talking?
Nah, that's
Okay.
too weird.
Okay, how it goes. So I hope you enjoy. Make sure you subscribe, give me likes, hearts, thumbs up, whatever it might be. What do you guys say?
Likes.
Likes.
For YouTube.
And we'll go from there. So that I can put the microphone on.
Because you went so silent. And then,
Yeah.
yeah, I assumed you were editing it out.
Oh!
Listen.
Kind of seems a bit
So.
rough. And you.
Okay, take two.
Take two. Are we restarting?